Hi everyone, I'm Ryan from Dawn Bridge Malaysia, and here's another video for the Thắp Đèn Xanh community. Our question today is from Ken from Ho Chi Minh City, a father with a son with ASD. How many treatment options are there for ASD? How to choose the right intervention? Good question. The focus of treatments and interventions for ASD is to reduce the symptoms that affects the daily functioning and the quality of life. Since ASD affects individuals differently, people is going to need different types of interventions or treatments from one another. Therefore, treatment plans usually involve multiple different professionals from different fields, and the treatment is specifically designed for that individual only. The types of treatments can be generally broken down into several different categories, but sometimes there's a bit of crossover in different types of treatments, so it is not so much of a clear cut. According to the CDC, there are 7 categories of treatment. The first of all would be behavioral. Behavioral approaches focus on changing behaviors by understanding what happens before and after a behavior. A notable behavioral treatment for people with ASD is known as the ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis. And then we have the developmental approaches. This would be your speech therapist and your occupational therapist. Developmental approaches focus on improving specific developmental skills such as language skills, physical skills, or a broader range of interconnected developmental abilities. At the same time, developmental approaches are often combined with behavioral approaches as well. We also have educational approaches. These are often given out in a classroom setting. There is also social relational approaches. Those are focused on improving social skills and emotional bonds. And then there is also pharmacological, which involves the use of medication in order to improve behaviors and the quality of life. And there is also the psychological approach, where it can help people with ASD to cope with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. And finally, there is the complementary and alternative approaches, and that include nutrition therapy, which we are quite familiar with, chiropractic care, art therapy, music therapy, animal therapy, and so on. Now, parents need to understand what each intervention is and have realistic expectations out of the intervention. Try to fully cooperate with the therapist, because a lot of the times, therapists have tasks or instructions for parents to do with their children at home. These are in fact very important because depending on the type of therapist, your child may only see the therapist once a week. So 90% of the time, your child is at home with you, and parents play a huge role in the progress. And once you have engaged in an intervention or a treatment protocol, if possible, I would recommend you to stick to that intervention for a minimum of 3 to 6 months. See if there's any improvements and have a lot of communication with your therapist. Try not to expect any improvements after just 1 or 2 sessions, because treatments take time and dedication. So parents, you have to be patient and observe closely. And finally, as I said countless times before, there is no best intervention for everyone. There is only the most suitable intervention for that particular individual. So don't feel weird if your child is not doing any intervention that the others are doing, because he or she might not need it. Alright, that is all for this topic, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.